Peace, I'm Uncle Ivan. Today I'm bringing you the major Christian news highlights from the past month. On November 8th, Chung Chi College Divinity School of the Chinese University of Hong Kong held its annual Theology Day. Reverend Liang Kamhua, senior pastor of Chung Yen Church, preached on the theme, "Never betray the heavenly calling, follow to the end." Starting from his own life crises, he shared how to remain faithful to God's calling. This event is of great significance to Christian education in Hong Kong because it not only encouraged seminarians to hold fast to their faith amid personal and social challenges, but also strengthened the practical dimension of theological training, impacting the formation of future pastors and church leaders. Participants included seminary faculty, students, and local church members. This news highlights the educational role of Christianity in Chinese communities, helping the younger generation uphold their values in modern society. Prayer points include praying that seminarians remain faithful to their calling, that God bless Hong Kong's church education ministries, that Pastor Liang's testimony touch more hearts, and that Chinese Christians in busy cities maintain spiritual growth. The influence of this event extends to overseas Chinese communities, encouraging similar theological exchanges and promoting faith inheritance. Over the years, Chung Chi Divinity School has become a center of Chinese Christian thought. Through such activities, believers' understanding and application of Scripture are deepened. In today's secular tide, this kind of sharing helps reverse young people's indifference toward faith and brings hope for spiritual revival. Pastor Liang especially emphasized God's miraculous intervention in crises. This is not only a personal testimony but a reminder to the whole church to rely on God in trials. After the event, many participants said they were inspired and planned to organize similar sharing sessions in their own churches. This immediate impact has spread to Taiwan, Singapore, and other Chinese regions, strengthening regional Christian networks. Additional prayer directions, resources for theological schools worldwide, health and wisdom for pastors, and that Chinese Christians hold fast to truth amid cultural conflicts.
On November 17, Utah Valley University in the United States hosted Harvest Utah, Bringing Hope to America. This event is hugely significant for Christian revival in America because it demonstrated that even in heavily secularized areas, the gospel message can still touch hearts, bringing life transformation to thousands of young people and families. The organizing body was Greg Laurie's Harvest Ministries, located in Utah. The influence was not limited to the local area. Through social media, it spread to Canada and overseas, inspiring other churches to hold similar gatherings. Prayer points: spiritual growth of new believers, continued expansion of Harvest Ministries, salvation of American youth in the midst of faith crisis, and resource provision for global evangelistic ministries. This news highlights the vital role of evangelists in modern society. Greg Laurie, a well-known preacher, focused his message on hope and redemption, helping attendees face life's challenges. Such large-scale response reflects people's thirst for spiritual things. In the politically and socially turbulent year of 2025, this event brought positive impact and strengthened Christianity's social role in North America. Harvest Ministries has been running similar crusades for decades, cumulatively reaching millions. This Utah event specifically targeted university students, addressing identity and future anxiety issues. Many shared personal testimonies of how God's love changed their lives. This was not merely numerical success, but a harvest of souls, with ripple effects in church growth and community service. Additional prayers, follow-up ministry in Utah churches, global revival movements, and strength for evangelists facing opposition. On November 21, multiple Christian organizations in Hong Kong held a united prayer meeting under the theme, "Thy Kingdom Come," watching in prayer over the upcoming Legislative Council election. This gathering carries profound meaning for the Hong Kong Christian community,
uniting different denominations and calling believers to influence society through prayer during political instability, strengthening the expression of religious freedom and Christian values, and encouraging greater civic participation. Prayer points: fairness and peace in the election, wisdom for candidates and voters, preservation of religious freedom in Hong Kong, and unity among Christian bodies. In the 2025 political climate, this event highlighted the power of prayer in Chinese communities, helping believers rise above divisions and focus on God's kingdom, reflecting Christianity's concern for social justice.
In northwestern Nigeria, 24 female students kidnapped by armed groups were finally released after a week in captivity. The abduction took place in mid-November when gunmen stormed the school and forcibly took dozens of students, one of many recent attacks targeting Christian communities and schools in Nigeria. Their release is seen as the result of security forces operations combined with international pressure. Yet hundreds of Christians and civilians remain missing or detained elsewhere in the country. Please pray urgently for Nigeria's persecuted church, for protection of believers, pastors and students from violence, comfort for victims' families, and wisdom for government and international community to address the worsening security and religious persecution crisis. On November 26, a level 5 blaze broke out at Hong Fook Estate in Tai Po, Hong Kong, causing over 100 casualties. Churches and Christian organizations in the Tai Po district immediately launched emergency services, providing food, temporary accommodation, and counseling. This incident is of great significance to Hong Kong's Christian community, demonstrating the church's immediate response in disaster, reinforcing neighborly love and social care, and aiding recovery and community unity. It also raised public recognition of the church's social role and mobilized more volunteers. Prayers: comfort for bereaved families, healing for the injured, and continued strength for churches amid 2025 economic pressures. The aid was not only material but spiritual, helping people face loss. Many recipients said they felt God's love. This became a gospel witness that spread to overseas Chinese communities, inspiring similar disaster responses. Typhoon Fung Wong struck Su'ao, Yilan, and surrounding areas in mid-November, causing severe flooding. Many residents and church members lost homes and businesses. Dongshan Church's basement was flooded to 1 meter, damaging equipment. The PCT Church and Society Committee mobilized quickly. Tainan Presbytery provided cross-regional emergency funds and supplies. Reverend Chuang Shang-en of Nuan Church led volunteers with high-pressure washers to help clean muddy homes. This response testified that the church becomes a sign of hope when the community suffers, offering not only material aid but companionship and prayer to comfort hearts. November 30th, 2025 was the first Sunday of Advent, marking the beginning of the church year and the season when Christians prepare their hearts for Christmas. Over 4 weeks, believers light candles on the Advent wreath, usually 3 purple and 1 pink, symbolizing hope, peace, joy, and love, reflecting on Christ's incarnation and second coming. Additionally, the evening of December 5 is St. Nicholas Eve in many Western Christian countries. St. Nicholas, 4th century Bishop of Myra, famous for secret gift-giving, is the historical root of Santa Claus. Families in the Netherlands, Belgium, and parts of Germany place shoes by the door, hoping for small gifts or sweets, remembering the saint's generosity and teaching children Christian values of giving and love. On November 30, coinciding with the start of Advent, the major audio drama podcast, The Life of Jesus Christ, launched. Produced by Fox Faith, it features Hollywood stars Kristen Bell as Mary Magdalene, Sean Astin as Matthew, and veteran actor Brian Cox as the voice of God. The project aims to vividly portray Jesus' teachings and miracles in high-quality audio drama format, so modern listeners can encounter the gospel afresh. Though some actors expressed surprise or disagreement with the political background of the distributor, Yet the sheer scale and influence of the production brought widespread cultural attention to Advent and gave the gospel story opportunity to reach mainstream audiences. This demonstrates the continuing vitality of biblical narrative in contemporary media and Christianity's strong appeal in entertainment. Pray for the Christian artists involved that their voices become vessels of truth. December 5 is the traditional date of death of Clement of Alexandria, an early church theologian well versed in both pagan and Christian learning, making major contributions to theological development. This event shows how early Christians engaged culture, influencing later theological thought. Region: Alexandria, Egypt. Prayer: wisdom for today's theologians and healthy church culture integration. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Today's most important stories, whether the Taipo fire in Hong Kong, typhoon disaster in Taiwan, or persecution in Nigeria, show that God's people still have hope and act even in suffering. This verse reminds us that in disaster and uncertainty, God is our sure refuge. We are encouraged to rely on Him, trust His promises, walk with Him, and experience peace and strength. Whatever storm you face right now, remember the God who calms the waves and frees captives is still with you today. Let us not only watch news, but connect in prayer with suffering brothers and sisters and live out Christ's love and peace in our own lives. May God bless you all. If you have questions about today's content or anything else, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for your support. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and share so this channel can keep going and reach more people. You're also welcome to support on my Patreon. Let us together know God, think faith, and live Christ.